This is the Toshiba Thrive, or as I like to call it, the Honeycomb Hulk. And that's basically because it's so thick and it's pretty much twice as big as some of the slimmer tablets out there. But I already showed you the hardware, so now let's take a look at the software. If you've seen one Honeycomb tablet, you've pretty much seen them all, right? Well, not necessarily. For one, it's kind of the same. You know, it's Android 3.1. You've got your widgets that are resizable. You've got let me see, app drawer. It's pretty much the same. But when you look in the app drawer, you notice there are some changes. For one, this thing is packed to the seams with preloaded software. When I go to my apps, you'll see that I've only loaded, let's say, about 15 apps or so, right? When I go to all, you see all this stuff that they preloaded on here, and it's uninstallable. You've got App Place, Backgammon, you've got these Eucrits, Hearts, Solitaire, Spades, Kaspersky Labs, Log Me In. And the problem with this is, with the exception of Quick Office, which is a great app, most of these should not be on here. It should be something that you want to put on, like Moog Music. Okay, if I'm not going to subscribe to Moog Music, why do I have to have this on my tablet every single time I open it up? So that was a bad mistake that Toshiba made, you know, forcing all this preloaded software on people. That's not cool. Alright, App Place is not a replacement for the Android market. The Android market is on here. But since Toshiba is going after the enterprise, they made like a special app center for some subscription-based services. For instance, when I go here, it has, let me see what's something worth getting. Yoga Tailor, okay? $8 a month. I can get my own personal digital yoga trainer. It's gonna guide me through some of the steps, show me what I need to do. What else they have here? They've got games and music. They've got Office, right? I click on Office and say, all right, do you want to get Expensify? It's a free app. It lets you create expense reports. You can get form stacks. You can create web forms and put them on your website easily, $15 a month. So if you're running some type of business or you work in IT, this might be something that you want to explore. They also have a thing called Start Place. This is pretty much the Associated Press app. It's got news headlines pulled from the AP. Man, that's a big old baby. Alright, I click on this 16-pound baby born in Texas. Goodness gracious, you know, that's probably the only thing that's bigger than this Toshiba tablet, man. God. And then I just read the news really quick, and I say, okay, that's cool. And I close this, and it brings me back to the news, and I can browse by section. I can click this little scrolling bar down here. Wait. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. I'm holding it at an awkward angle so I can see the screen. And then I just browse through different stories. You know, it's not a great app, but it's decent. Then you have Book Place, which obviously is for reading ebooks. You can search. You can read the stuff that you already have stored on here, or you can go to their shop and purchase books directly from Toshiba. Finally, you have File Manager, which is pretty much a whatever file. This is pretty standard. I'd actually recommend getting something else. I'm trying to remember the name. File Station HD. That's a really great app. It's part of the Honeycomb apps that I recommend. Now, something that I actually like that they added is Media Player. This is pretty standard. It's got video, pictures, and music. You can also use it as a little streaming client. So if I want to stream from my computer to my tablet, I can do this within the app. If I want to play locally stored music, it has a nice looking music player that I recommend. It's pretty cool. So I'm not going to fault them for including that. Alright, let me turn this down. When you go to the home button, you'll see it has a widget that can control the music from the home. It's kind of small though, so it's kind of hard to reach these buttons, you know. Toshiba, you know, you've got a tablet, man. Take advantage of the space. It should be like this big or something. When you press on the right side or left side of the screen, you bring up what's called Quick Settings. Now, you can disable this if you don't like it. It pretty much goes into a full screen mode, and then I can open up a new tab here. I can go back and forward that way, or I can browse all of my open tabs and hover over, and as you see, it changes. And I say, you know what, I'm just going to stick with the Herald website. But as a quick reminder for everyone who saw our Galaxy Tab video, if you don't want the tablet to load mobile sites, you need to follow the About Debug trick that I showed you in the previous video. Just search Andronica.com for About:debug, D-E-B-U-G, and it'll explain it to you perfectly. Now, let's see what else is here. This is a service station. Toshiba had a couple of problems, like it takes a while to wake up. Like when you press this button and then you press it again to wake up, for sometimes it was stalling, it was taking forever. The service station is where you're going to go to see if you have a new update. And as you can see here, there is an update available for me. So once I finish this video, I'm going to apply it, and hopefully that'll improve things like I need them to. As far as the rest of the tablet goes, it's a decent thing. You know, it's lighter than it looks. It has a replaceable back. It's kind of thick. You know, let me show you real quick. That's what she said. Check this out. On the right, we have the Samsung Galaxy Tab. See how slender it is? On the left, we've got the Toshiba Thrive. You could fit 2 Galaxy Tabs in the amount of space that the Thrive takes up. Yet surprisingly, it's not as heavy as you would think. I actually think it's a tiny bit lighter than the Zoom based on the feel. But if you're looking for a tablet, I will say it is good. Aside from the preloaded fiasco or whatever you want to call it, this is a decent tablet. It's got some nice features to it. The cameras is fairly alright. You know, you're not looking for a great DSLR camera or whatever. You know, you're just getting a tablet that happens to have a camera on there. Video chat is easy. You can chat with Google Talk. It has a lot of good things that I could say about it. Check the Andronica.com full review in text to see my complete thoughts. But for now, you know, this is the Toshiba Thrive. It comes in 8 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes, and 32 gigabyte size models. Check it out on Andronica.com. This is Andrew from Andronica.com, and I'm going to say it one more time because it sounds so sweet. Andronica.com. Alright, peace out, guys.